evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of my live podcast, Monday Night Live. It is Monday, the 15th of April. It is 9 p.m. And my cat is outside my window. Hello. Hey, before we get the show started, my next show in Paris, come and see it. Paul Taylor and Friends. It's April 28th. The show is me and three of my favourite English-speaking comedians. I get to test some new jokes out. They get to show their best jokes off, and we all have fun. So come and see the show, April 28th. Tickets are at paultaylorcomedy.com/tickets. Anyway, good evening. Hi. I hope you're well. It's been a while. It feels like it's been forever. He's meowing at me. Do you want to come in? Do you want to be the star of the show? The cat wants to come in. Come on in. Go on, son. Come on. Come on. Hi. I don't know if you're going to see him in the camera. Oh, there he is. There's the cat. Say hello to the camera. What's your name? His name is Bengaloo, because he kind of looks like a Bengal cat, a Bengali cat. Oh. There he is. All right, see you later, mate. Bye. And he adopted us. We didn't even... I fucking hate cats. And now I've got a cat. We had two cats before, they died, and I was happy for 2 years. Listen, they're cute. I enjoy them, but I don't enjoy them putting their dirty... He's probably put his dirty skank paws all over this desk, and he does it in the house, and he shits and pees everywhere, and he sleeps in the bed, and there's hair everywhere. I can't fold my fucking black t-shirts on my bed anymore because there's cat hair on the fucking bed. Can't do anything. I hate them. I hate living with them. They're cute, but I hate living with them. Just like children. Just like my wife. Cute, but I hate living with her. Anyway, how are you all? It's been a couple of weeks. I was in Portugal last Monday visiting a papa, Pappy Taylor. And so I wasn't able to do the live. So there we go. Since then, it feels like it's been a month for me. I don't know about for you, if you're around. Hey, look, Raquel says he's cute. Cute Bengaloo. The reason we called him Bengaloo, for some reason, it was like, oh, he looks like a Bengal. I don't. In English, do we say en français? C'est un Bengal. Je pense a Bengali cat. Is it Bengali or is it just a Bengal cat? I don't know. Anyway, and for some reason, the thing that came to my head was the English football hooligan song, Vindaloo, 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 na na. If you don't know this song, Google it. Just go Vindaloo. English football song, and I just changed it to Bengaloo, and that's now his name, officially, at the vet and everything. Anne Austin, we've got a cat that adopted us too. Currently it's sitting on the banister. There you go. All adopting cats, or they're adopting us. I think it's the great replacement, le grand remplacement. I think the cats know what they're doing. We've had about 7 cats in the garden come up to us, and my wife is a cat person. She prefers cats to me. The way she cuddles that cat, I mean, I'm fucking jealous. I wish she cuddled me like she cuddled a cat. Anyway, it's sad because it's true. We've had like 7 cats come. As soon as we see a cat come in, my wife is like, oh, so cute. And then every time we like open the door, it legs it as quick as it possibly can down to the end of the garden, down to this end of the garden. And yeah, however, this one, he just was chill. He was like, hey, I like people. I like the people. I want you as my humans. So we are now his humans. We had to chop his balls off and chop my balls off. So there we go. Alexandra, thanks for the question. Do you plan to go to the haircut, PT? Do I plan to go to the haircut? Do you plan to improve the English? Do you plan to go to the hairdresser? Or do you plan to get a haircut? Yes. I've been wanting to do it. I procrastinate. Mainly because I haven't found a good place to do it in the local area. Basically, I've got the two choices, the 2 places I've been to are very like barber, like Arab €5 barber style, right? Where they just go zzz, zzz, and it's not, I like it long-ish. This is too long, but I need to sort out the sides because the sides are just like bum fluff, basically. This starting from here is the same hair as my balls, basically, and it's horrible. So I need to find somewhere to go, is what has to happen. So yeah, I need to figure that out. I need to figure that out. Pokraj Roy, British people and their obsession with vindaloo. Guys, chill. I know, we do like our Indian food. And vindaloo is, I don't know if I think that's quite a spicy one. I don't think I've had a vindaloo. Has a vindaloo got potato in it? I think loo means potato. Because aloo, gobi, aloo, I don't know. Anyway. You need something more aerodynamic to run the marathon. Hey, Raquel, this brings up a good question. Listen, I think I owe some people an update about the marathon training. Listen, yes. So my solution so far has been wearing a running hat. Who knew that there were running hats? I had no idea about running hats until I've been preparing for this marathon that's in 5 months. 4 months? What are we? April, May, June, July, or 4 months. Jesus. And so I've been wearing a hat, which was given to me by the wonderful people at Circle Sportswear, who are like an eco-friendly London, Paris, franglais sports company. They also gave me a t-shirt, some shorts, some socks. They kitted me out, basically. And I was like, well, thanks very much. I will be happy to post some Instagram stories of me dying while I'm preparing for the marathon. To be honest with you, it's my new obsession, people. It has become an unhealthy obsession. You would think that running and training is healthy, but when you get so obsessed about it, like I have been getting obsessed, it's unhealthy. Just like a couple of years ago when I got obsessed about cameras and microphones and lights. I did for 2 years, all I did was consume YouTube videos and read online articles about best cameras, how to do sound properly, lights, all this kind of shit. This is why this live podcast looks so great, is because of the obsession with that. Now, the obsession is running. And oh my God, I don't even know. The first month and a half to 2 months of me starting running. So from basically February and March is when I started running for the first time. And I just followed a very simple plan. And my official marathon training started last Monday. Monday a week ago. And a Monday a week ago, I was in Portugal. So I missed the first 3 days. First 2 days of the marathon training. No, because when we landed from Portugal, I went out for a run. And so I've been getting obsessed with everything that is training for a marathon. And there are so many YouTube videos. I found a great channel called The Running Channel, which are really cool. Like, they're just normal people. They're not athletes. Well, I think one of them is. One of them used to, he ran in the Olympics. And the rest of them are just like normal people like me, starting their journey in the marathon, but then give you a bunch of tips. There are so many things to do, like choosing your running shoes, choosing the food, the gels that you eat during the marathon, the water. It's so overwhelming. And so I started the proper training last Tuesday, flew back from Portugal. We landed, we got home about 8 p.m. I went out for a run at 9 p.m. Because also the marathon that I'm running is during the Olympic Games in Paris. It's the Paris 2024 official Olympic marathon that is open to dickheads like me. There's 20,024 of us running the marathon in between the men's event and the women's event. So the men's event is on Friday the 9th. The women's event, no. The men's event is on Saturday the 10th and the women's event is on the 11th. It doesn't matter. Basically, normally the Olympics traditionally have closed out with the men's marathon race. For the first time in history, they are closing out with the women's marathon event. Come on, let's go! Progress. And so in between those two marathons, they're both run in the morning, and it's going to be fucking August in Paris. Also, the elevation of this marathon is 400 meters. So you got to run up 400 meters. That's how much you're running up. You also run down 400, but running down is, as I found out, not actually easier than running. It's a little bit easier than running up, but you're not doing nothing on the way down. Anyway, it's one of the highest marathon courses ever. So no one's going to be doing a record time at the Paris Olympic Marathon. Anyway, at night time is when they have the mere mortals, the les moldus, as we would say in Harry Potter French terms, the moguls. Though, what are the Harry Potter people called? The non-wizards. You're a muggle. The muggles. That's when we get to run. Is the evening. 9 p.m. is the race start time. So I wanted to go out at night, and I did a pretty good job last week. I went out running, but also I wanted to buy some new running shoes, like proper good pair of running shoes that would help me. So last week I did, the short runs. The marathon training is also very, very specific. Basically, there's 2 days a week where you're really trying. One is the interval, the speed trainings when you're running really fast and then stopping, running, stopping, which then turn into other types of runs later on in the training. And then the longest run of the week can be a bit hard. And then the rest of them in between, you're supposed to just be running at a pace where you could talk and do a live. So because I'm an idiot, of course, I bought my new shoes. I was all excited. I did my short recovery run is what it's called. They think it's called recovery. Your body is recovering. Oh, I'd love to recover with a pint of beer. And then I went on the speed run with my old shoes. And then like an idiot, I decided to run my long run of the week, which was an 8K. In my mind, I was like, you know what, I'll make it 10K since I've done 2 10Ks before in the weeks prior to this. I was like, I'll just do it. I'll just go the extra, but I want to go a little bit quicker because I'm also running my official 10K next Sunday, not this Sunday, next Sunday in Montreuil, where I live. It's La Foulée Montreuilloise. It's a 10K official race. So I was like, let me see if I can actually... So then I started researching 10Ks, how to get better at the 10K, blah, blah, blah. I went down a rabbit hole of running information. And basically, they said if you want to do a marathon in a decent time, which is like 4 hours, then you should be able to do a 10K in 52 minutes. And I was like, okay. But then I was like, well, 50 minutes is 5 kilometers per minute. Right? If you're running at that pace, I'm like, that could be doable because I'd been running a little bit less than that for like 2 kilometers. So like a dickhead on new shoes, I decided to try and I went off too quickly. And I completely destroyed myself on that run. I only made it to the 8K, which was what was supposed to happen. But I have been unable to run since because I've tendinitis extensor in my right foot. So I tried going out yesterday for a little run. I didn't make it. So today's been off, tomorrow's off, Wednesday is off, and I'm going to go for a little run on Thursday just to see how it's going. But it's classic beginner amateur hour on the marathon training. I've watched about, I don't know, probably 30 hours of videos at this point of running, and I still made it the mistake. So, fucking hell. So yeah, that's how the marathon training is going. I'm enjoying it. I'm really excited. I'm almost at the point where I'm going to sign up for like the 6 world majors. They call it the majors, just like the tennis tournament Grand Slam situation. They've got a marathon majors where at the end, if you do all 6, you get like this really cool medal which has the 6 combined in one. I'll show it to you for those of you watching now. It looks pretty cool, and I was just like, I haven't even finished week 2 of training for Marathon 1, and I'm like, I should do 6. What is it called? Major Marathon medal. There it is. It's called the Abbott's... I don't know what it's called. The Abbott's World... hold on, I need to get back on here. Show you the picture. That's what the medal looks like. So it's Boston, Tokyo, New York, Chicago, Berlin, and London. Those are the 6 in the World Marathon Major. That's how excited I am about running the marathon. Now, Pokraj says, should I live stream while doing the marathon? You know what? Maybe, because the Paris Marathon is going to be I mean the Paris, not the official Paris Marathon, the Olympic Games Marathon is going to be a nightmare. It's mostly all uphill. In fact, if you want to see how uphill it compared to the other marathons that you would run in the world, it's a nightmare. Where did I find this? I found this on Team Orange Running. They have shared le parcours with its thing. So it starts off at Hôtel de Ville in the middle of Paris. And it's all pretty flat for the first 5K as you go past the what do you call it? The Louvre Rivoli, and then Pont de Grenelle, where there's an Eiffel Tower. Not an Eiffel Tower, what do you call that? A Statue of Liberty that's on there. 10K, up to 10K is pretty flat, which is looking good. And then we leave Paris and we go to Boulogne, and then it drops down a little bit. The first 15K are okay. I still have yet to run 15K. My longest is 10.5K. Now look what happens from 15K onwards. Oh, Jesus. From 15 to 20, it is all uphill on the way to Versailles. It is, look at that. That is a brutal uphill, especially that last couple of kilometers up to the Forêt Fausse Repose. Yeah, no one's going to be reposing themselves up there, are they? Then it's downhill a little bit as we get to Versailles. Then it's pretty flat from, I'd say, like 22 kilometers to 25. Then it drops off from 25 a little bit on the way back to Paris, which is good. There's a little bit of an uphill there, but then look at this bastard of a hill. This is the incline, the 13% hill incline from, where's that? I'd say that's from kilometer 29 to 30. 28 to 30 is going to be hard as that. And 30 kilometers, apparently, if you're doing a marathon, that is where you hit a wall of energy. Like, everything goes to shit, because during your training, you only train up to about 32 kilometers, right? So look at that, 29. The people of Meudon who are going to be on roadside cheering us on better be fucking excited at 1 o'clock in the morning as we go past this. Because 30K, 3 hours into the run, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, it'll be midnight. And then it's all downhill from Meudon, back down to Issy-les-Moulineaux, and then all the way back to central Paris. So the good part is the last 10K, which is often the hardest, are all sort of downhill. But look at... So yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. So all that to say is maybe I'll do a live stream. I don't know how I kind of almost want to just... Yeah, maybe I have fun for the Paris Olympic Marathon and I do the live stream. Maybe I do this live from my phone. I don't know if my phone's going to last 4 hours, though, of streaming, to be honest. It might die before then. My watch is going to die. My earbuds are going to die. I have to buy a new watch. I have to buy new headphones. I never thought about this when I thought, oh, I'll sign up for a marathon. Because the watch, as you're running with the GPS sort of thing, will last probably about 5 hours, according to the... And also, I've had it for 3 years. The battery health is at 78%. It's fucked. It's not going to last me for the marathon. Nor are my AirPods. The AirPods have got about a 4.5 hour battery life as you're listening to music. So I'm fucked. So I don't know about the live stream. We'll see. Mathilde, does it change anything to run during the night? It will be cooler. Both ways. The temperature will be colder than during the day, but it won't be colder than it is now. Now I'm running, and it's what? Wow. I mean, the hot. When I went for my long run the other day, it was like 18 degrees. I was sweating. It was hot. So it'll probably be around there. But also, what I think is going to be amazing are the lights. The whole course is lit up, which is going to be amazing. I don't know if they've shared the images. I've seen the images because I'm, on the inside. Paris, 2024. Marathon pour tous. Marathon pour tous. Parcours, I'm going to type. Parcours. News. Not news. Images. Can we see some of the lights? Well, the starting lights I've showed you before. This is what the starting line... This is what they want to do with the starting line. Make it all like purple and blue, and the lights are going to look amazing. But they've showed us some of the lights throughout the course. And there's going to be quite a lot of cool stuff throughout the course. And I'm hoping that people are going to be there to support us. It's from 9 p.m. till probably, for me, 10, 11, 12, 1. If I finish at 1 a.m., I'm happy. If I do it in 4 hours, I'm going to be happy. Although with that incline, I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. So yeah. But if you want to come and cheer me on for the 10K in Montreuil next Sunday, the 28th, which is the morning of my show. Why am I doing a 10K race the morning of my show? What an idiot. So Sunday morning, at 9 or 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock in Montreuil, Mairie de Montreuil, you can come and cheer me on for my 10K race. And then in the evening, you can come and watch the show at Paul Taylor and Friends. And then afterwards, we're going for a beer. Fuck that. So yeah. Pokraj, maybe do the stream for the first few kilometers. I might do. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out with manager Adam what we can do. It should be pretty cool. So yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. Listen, I'm excited about doing this marathon. Those of you who've run a marathon, let me know in the comments. Like what? Give me some tips that you can't find. Send me your little things. I have most of the information I need. My little brother even got involved. He was like, "Oh, if you need some training tips, let me know." I'm like, "All right, cool." The thing is like so many people want to help me, but I've got so much information on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. There's so many great people out there running and giving tips. It's great. So anyway, what else is going on? Alexandre Bit, my mum's house is at kilometer 18.5. I'll be there first row to see you and your red sweaty face. You know what I should do? I should make something like a headband or something that I can wear that will make me more visible. Give me some ideas. I don't know what it could be. Misha Luna, the only marathon I'll ever do is a Marvel movies one on my couch. You know, I've wanted to do that. This is another annoying thing about France, okay? Rant about France, about to begin! I have Disney Plus, but because I live in France, and because of French law around cinema and rights, I cannot do the Marvel movie marathon, or I think I can do the Star Wars, maybe. But the problem is, Iron Man 1 is not available on Disney Plus in France, as are there's a whole bunch of Disney films that are not available in France on Disney Plus because the rights are with another network for X amount of years. So they have to wait until those rights run out, like on Canal Plus or whatever it is, for the film to be available. It was the same thing with Star Wars. You could find it on Canal Plus before you could find it on Disney Plus. So it's pointless. It drives me nuts, and I want it to end. Yeah. Captain Pemberton, no, you don't do the 6 marathons in the 1 year. You can't do the 6 marathons in the 1 year because 2 of them are in April, which is London and Berlin. October is September, I think, is Boston. Maybe Boston's in April as well. You can do them in 3 years. I figured this out the other day because 3 of them are in the spring and 3 of them are in the autumn. So November is November's New York. I think October's Chicago, and September might be. I can't remember what it. But anyway, I know London, and I know I know London's in April. That's all I know. But you have to do like spring, then train for the next one in autumn, next spring, autumn, spring, autumn. So I think 3 years is the minimum amount of time that you can run those 6 marathons. You can obviously run more marathons in more time. Eddie Izzard, the legend comedian that they are, managed to run like 40 marathons in 40 days or something. It was outrageous. Obviously, they're not running it for pace. At that point, you're just trying to finish it. At this point, I'm just trying to finish 1 marathon. It's like the guy who ran across all of Africa, the English guy called something Giza, the hardest Giza. He ran from South Africa all the way to Algeria. Outrageous. So, yeah. Raquel, I'm exhausted just listening to you talk about running. I know. Listen, when I get excited about something, I get excited about it. Just like I did with stand-up, just like I did with... that's about it. Oh. Eddie Izzard is a legend. I saw Eddie Izzard in a stand-up. Never forget it. Just one of the legends of comedy. Headband Ideas. Pink Panther, Paulie T, Paulie Poo, Bonjour Dickheads, Guinness Guzzler. Guinness Guzzler! Oh, I like that. Here for the long Paul. I think I should just get a bright pink headband. Because I'll be honest with you, the running hat, the problem with the running hat is I don't like how it looks necessarily. But also, I like wearing them backwards. But the front of it is like a little, it's supposed to wick the sweat. I sweat a lot, so the idea is to keep the sweat out of your eyes. That's the only reason really you would wear a running hat, is to keep the sweat from dripping down. But I sweat from like here down. I don't sweat, I mean obviously I sweat further up. Because the hat reaches like the top of my forehead, the sweat from here down still ends up in my eyes. Yeah, we'll have to do it. Fabrice, Berlin was September. Okay, so it's September's Berlin, October's Chicago, and November is New York. April must be Boston and London and the other one, Tokyo maybe. In any case, apparently it's not very healthy to run more than 2 marathons in a year. If you're running them properly, if you're just running like walking them, like my manager Adam, who keeps banging on about the fact that he's already run a marathon in London. He fucking walked it. It's called the night walk, or the walk, it's called the word walk is in the title. The Shine Night Walk. So it's for a good cause, but he didn't run it. He fucking walked it. Sideways Weasel, Paul, how do I pronounce gobshite? That's how you pronounce gobshite. Neon yellow, pink. I like neon yellow. The Apple Watch that I'm gonna get has like got a green, green seems to be the thing nowadays. It's the new color that's in like the spring summer 24. Seems to be like a green. A lot of running shoes, a lot of running gear has like, it's not like a neon, it's like, yeah, it is like a neon green. Let me see if I can find the watch that I was looking at. Apple Watch Series 9. And all of you that are like, yeah, Garmin is much better than the Apple Watch for running. I agree, it probably is. However, I'm not going to be only using it for running. Do you know what I mean? Let's have that one. Yes, let's go. Aluminium, bang. Yes, okay. Acier inoxidable, yeah, that'll do. Where's how I choose? There we go. Caoutchouc, textile. I think it was textile, wasn't it? I don't know, mate. Bracelet Sport. Bracelet Boucle Sports Nike. Bracelet Boucle. I can't be asked. It doesn't matter. It's basically neon green. So I might have to do the green. A little bit like Pokrage's lights in the background here. And as he says, green for spring, groundbreaking. Oh, the cat's back. Hello, mate. Great Devil Wears Prada reference. I fucking love it. The Devil Wears Prada quote that I would want to use on a daily basis are, the details of your incompetence do not interest me. Or something of those lines. Because, you know. Do you know what I mean? I just learned a few weeks ago that those running wristbands are meant to be used to wipe the sweat off your forehead while running and jogging. Yeah, like in the 1980s where they had the bands and the bands here and the bands here. It was supposedly for wiping off sweat. Ultimately, it made you look great. In my mind, I've got somebody on Venice Beach roller skating. Venice Beach roller skate. Roller skate 1980. Let's see what Google Images comes up with. I mean, there you go. The cat's... The cat's just clawing his way in through the window. That's what I was talking about, right? She's clearly French. Bonjour, baby, with the blue, white, and red. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty good look, isn't it, to be honest? The blue, white, and red. Come on, Paris. You coming back in? Go on, mate. Meow. Come on, Bengi. Come on. Bengigi. You coming in or not? Because it's freezing. Right, piss off then. You need to find a colour that is easy to spot during the day and the night. Well, the day doesn't really matter because I'll be running at night, but it's got to be neon something, doesn't it? Can you do, what's it called? When you customize headband. Headband. Is that what they're called? Headbands? Performance headbands. Premium athletic headbands built for the toughest of the workouts. Oh, God. Oh, they look horrific. Look at these. They're like American. Hell yeah! Oh, I see. Yeah, you could do those. That sort of headband. I'm thinking more of like the old school tennis. Like those. Yeah. Oh, my God. Blessed. God's plan. Oh, goodness me. Right, that's not what I'm looking for, is it? You must be able to personalize, like, old school headbands. I'll figure it out. Like, that's the one, what looks like the one from the girl who was in the photo that I just showed you, with the red, white, and blue. Oh, it's gone now. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so we'll see. Listen, come and cheer me on for the 10K. I'm also doing a semi-marathon, a half marathon, in Chantilly in when? On the 9th of June. Half marathon in Chantilly, which is the exact week of my training that I'm supposed to run a half marathon, not as a race, but just the distance. So, you know, I'm doing 10K, half marathon, pow, and then I'm done. Why am I doing this? I don't know what happened. I used to make fun of people running. I used to never understand it. And I kind of still don't understand it. But I'm doing it. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You should wear a wig and a headband, young Andre Agassi style. Ah! That's a good idea. Maybe I'll just grow out my hair for the next 4 months and then just wear a headband underneath it. But my hair's not curly enough to look like Andre Agassi. Oh, God, it is way too long. My mum fucking loves my hair like this, and I'm like, no, it's too long. Whoo! So we'll see. We'll see. That's how the marathon training is going. I'm excited for it. And maybe I'll live stream it somewhere. It might just have to be an Instagram live because it might be complicated for me to do. Oh, no, because YouTube has started doing vertical lives now. Ah! There we go. But then I can't set it up on my phone like I do, and you can chat before. It'll just be like, live, it's happening now, let's go. So yeah. How are your knees? My knees are all right. It's my foot that I got a little bit of tendinitis in, my right foot, because I pushed too hard. The knees are okay. In fact, apparently, it's a myth that running is bad for your knees. Apparently, from what I've read, it strengthens the ligaments and the muscles around the knee. Obviously, if you don't go mental with it, but apparently it actually strengthens the muscle. Apparently, that's what the runners say, because they don't want to be. Because listen, if people are running marathons at like 90 years old, there was a guy at there was a Paris marathoner last year, Marathon de Paris, who was like 94, 93, he was in the 90s, Marathon de Paris. I don't know if they've still got the video on there, but I saw it came up in literally my algorithm is fucked now. My Instagram, my TikTok, and my, what's that called? YouTube algorithm is all about running, and it's all about marathon, which is good, but it's also getting me hooked even more into it, which is, as I said, unhealthy, I think. I'm getting an unhealthy obsession. I don't know how old he was. He was fucking old. Vieux Marathon Paris. His name was Charlie. What a legend. Qui le doyen de 93 he was. What a legend. Nothing wrong with his knees, are there? What an absolute legend. I bet you he did it quicker than I would have done it anyway. I wasn't made for running. Everyone's made for running. That's the thing. As humans, we are made for running. That's our primary... The way our bodies have been built from thousands of years is designed to run. You add in a couple of Big Macs and a couple of Netflix TV shows, and you get a bit fat, and you go, "Fuck it, I'm not made for running." Which I mean, I'm not made for running, to be honest. But it has been refreshingly. I don't know if I feel better, which is the same thing of me quitting alcohol. I quit alcohol. I've started running. I used to be an alcoholic, and now I'm training for a marathon. And do I feel better? Arguably not, to be honest. But I'm doing it. Fourth quarter life crisis hitting hard with 90-year-olds in marathons. I don't even know if that was his first marathon, to be honest. Great question from Pagophilius. Growing whatever. Why do Americans pronounce it twat? Can't the twats say it right, innit? Whee! Yeah, it's always a funny thing. I mean, American English. There's a million different stories to tell, right? But it's true that Americans, we say twat. That's how we pronounce it, and Americans pronounce it twat. I guess like they pronounce it pasta instead of pasta. Arguably, our pronunciation is closer to the Italian. Pasta. I don't know. It's a great question. Americans in the house? What's going on? Anita Karen. Oh, you're replying to somebody else. Sorry. You're replying to... Oh, just talk amongst yourselves. About the Apple Watch. He said he's going to get another Apple Watch. Even amateurs use better watches like Garmin. Ha ha ha. Yeah. But also, they're not wearing their Garmin all day, every day to get their calls and to record their stand-up comedy sets. Listen, if Garmin had an option that worked as well with my iPhone as this does, then I would just get a Garmin. But I'm not that geeky into running yet, okay? Most people that buy the Garmins who are amateurs who've never really run before, they don't own an Apple Watch or they don't own a smartwatch to start with. So that kind of makes sense. But for this one, I'm just going to go with this because, listen, it does what... I'm so used to it now. And also, I get to see my calendar updates straight away. The temperature that's outside. I can record my comedy sets from here. I can set up my phone and use this as a viewfinder and see if I've put the right, what do you call it? Le cadrage. I don't know what that's in English. If I'm taking a group photo of everyone and everyone's like, oh, well, let's use the real lens of the phone instead of the front-facing camera, and then I can set it up and look through my watch at what's going on. It does a bunch of stuff that I need it to do. I'm not going to have two... Dos smartwatches. ¿Sabes lo que te digo, hombre, lo que pasa? Erica Rommel, Yanks don't use twat or cunt. I would disagree. I've heard lots of people, but yeah, we use twat and cunt as throwaway words, whereas Americans like, oh my god, did you just say the C word? Oh my god. Pagophilias, I see that fine Marshall amp stack in the back. That what axe you rocking, good sir? I'm not rocking any axe, my friend. Check this out. It's a fridge. Hey, there we go. It's where I keep all my delicious beverages. But I do have an acoustic guitar that is not in... It is not in... Is that what people who like guitars call it? Is that an axe? Is that what it's called? Like, oh, what axe you rocking, man? So yeah, no, I do have one electric guitar that my best friend at the time bought me when I was 18. It's a... I don't know what it is. It's a black and white one. Fender It's a Fender, not the Stratocaster, but the other... Anyway, it's at my mum's house. Mum, go and get the guitar and tell us what it is. Yeah, Pago must be new around here. He probably is, or she probably is. They probably are. Welcome to the live, my friends. The fridge has been around for quite a few years now. Carla's in the house. I really enjoy your Spanish pronunciation. It's really funny. It's nice to see you here. Do you know what makes me laugh every time? Is the French name, which I didn't know was a name. This is the French name, Bérénice. And it's on the front of a shop in Paris. This is the first time I'd ever heard of this name. And what this reminded me of was Spanish people with a very thick Spanish accent trying to say the word very nice. Right? Very nice. So, one of our friends is called Bérénice, and every time I see her, I cannot not go, very nice. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it sounds like Borat what I'm doing, but what I mean in Spanish. Very nice. It's very good. It's very good, yes. Every time I love watching Rafa Nadal's tennis interviews just because, yes, today was a very good day for hitting the ball across the court. Roger was a very good opponent. The same thing with Formula One. There's three of them in Formula One. There's Alonso, Perez, and Carlos Sainz. And yes, today I on the medium tires. It was not, the stint was not very good. I am here for... Fucking love the Spanish accent. Berenice is an Irish name too. I didn't know. Pagophilius, where do you get the fridge? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I think I got it from Fnac in France. I don't know where you're based. It sounds like you're probably based in the UK. I just typed in Marshall fridge, and there's two. There's a bigger one. I think that's the biggest one. There might be 3 versions. Anyway, knock yourself out. They're super fun. Telecaster, that might have been what it was. The guitar. La guitar. But I feel like it was the cheap version of the Telecaster. Is there a cheap version of a Telecaster? What's the cheap brand of Fender? Fender the guitar. There's a cheaper brand. Something by Fender. I don't know. I can't remember. Bridget Leonard says, if your name is Baron Knife, I imagine you're about 80. No, our friend is not 80. In her 40s. But she is Baron Knife. A Squire. Thanks very much. There we go. That's what it was. It's a Squire. Spelt the way Pago spelt it. Squire. Squire. Cadrage is framing. Thanks very much. Le cadrage framing. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. I'm forgetting my fucking English. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that's... I feel like, oh, mate. Do you know what I should do? I talked about this on an episode a couple of weeks ago where, speaking of Spanish people and pronunciation, when I used to work at Apple in Spain, and we would deliver training sessions with another English person called Nash, what a legend. And he's very fucking London, do you know what I mean? He looks like Idris Elba versus Stormzy. He's an absolute legend, but he's like he's not even from London, he's from Birmingham. What I talk? Anyway, we would often say to each other in conversation between me and him, do you know what I mean? And the Spanish people were like, hombre, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? Yo no I mean, no conozco. And so I had to write it out phonetically for the Spanish people. And it was something like, you know, wo, I mean. Something like that. Go on, focus, camera, let's go. My face is there, now focus. There you go. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I should put that on a t-shirt for the marathon. Do you know what I mean? I'm running the marathon. Do you know what I mean? Little hat, little tennis, 1980s headband. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And then you lot can shout out from the sidelines of the marathon, oh, go on, dickheads! Do you know what I mean? Oh, putain. It's a good idea. What's Apple in Spanish? Apple. Hombre, yo trabajo en Apple. All right, another anecdote about Spain since we're there. Again, working at Apple in España. Hombre, yo trabajo en Apple Store. It's not the Apple Store, it's Apple Store. El Apple Store. But I think I've talked about this before, but why not talk about it again? It's fucking hilarious. We would do the training sessions, and this was back in the day when iPods still existed. Do you remember iPods? Oh, how old are you? Older than the iPod. I bet you Gen Z kids and Gen Alpha kids now are like, oh, you were around when the iPod was around. You're old. Well, guess what? I was around way before the iPod was around. Walkman, you heard of that? Anyway, we would do a training session where part of the thing was discussing the iPods, and the thing was like, oh, you know, what's your favorite iPod? And we would go around the table or whatever and ask about it, and one of these guys was like, a mí, mi iPod preferido es el soufflé. El soufflé increíble, hombre, porque no hay pantalla, el soufflé. I'm looking at him like going, the soufflé? What the fuck is the soufflé? What are we having dessert here? Soufflé? Soufflé. El iPod soufflé. It's shuffle. It's the iPod shuffle. El soufflé. Hombre, el soufflé es increíble. Sin pantalla. Oh. Soufflé. God. Can't deal with it. Da, da, da. Oh, Mum's in the house. Hello. That was funny. Do you know what I mean? Fucking mother. Fucking how are you, mother? Did I know that 31 million people were in the solar eclipse? In the path of the solar eclipse last week in North America. When was the last solar eclipse in America? I didn't care because I felt like, well, I'll tell you when it was in Europe. Was it in 1999? I feel like it was in August. It must have been like the 11th of August, 99 or 98. I want to say 98, but it could be 99. So it felt pretty recent. But guess what? I was in England and it was fucking cloudy, so you didn't see it. I actually don't remember it, but I remember everyone's banging on about it back then. So yeah, and also there was a lot of shit on social media about it because obviously, you know, everyone's using their phone to film it, and they're like, "Oh my god, look at this! Is amazing! Oh, we're in complete darkness." No, you're not. You're looking at it because from social media. I'll tell you, I need to plug it back in. How I do this? Hold on, I need to take a picture of that. Because when you, where's the phone? There you go. If I'm taking a picture of a phone, it's like, oh look, this is nice and dark. or nice and light. But then as soon as I point it to the light, you're like, oh, look, it's so dark in here. Oh, look, you can barely see the computer screen. But as soon as you go back, it's like, oh, look, it's actually quite light. Oh, we're in pitch darkness. Oh, as soon as you point your phone up to the sun, it goes dark anyway. So, anyway. Pokraj. Oh, look at that. It's already 10 to 10. Translation time, please. Yes, let's do it. I don't have a jingle. Maybe we should create a jingle for Terrible Translations, the part of the show where you send me the worst translations that you find out and about. You send them to my email address, which is terribletranslationsftw for the win at gmail.com. And then we go through them and see what what terrible translations are out there in the world. Let's go to ding. Is that there? It is. Right, here we go. We're starting with Red Becky, regular contributor to this. This is in Japan. I think they mean bottoms, as in trousers. It makes sense, but it's funny nonetheless. Men's bottoms size chart. It's pretty good. That is pretty good. Well done, Japan. Men's bottoms. What did he say it meant? Trousers. Oh yeah, the men's bottom. How big is your bottom? Speaking of bottoms, where was I recently? Where I was trying something on. I was in Decathlon trying on a running belt where you can hide in your food and drinks while you're running, and the inches were completely off in Decathlon because I'm like a waist 30 for my jeans, 30 inches. Levi's jeans, and the 30-inch thing there was like made for a stick, so it just I'm wearing like size 38-inch running belt. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, at least they've got inches and centimeters. Oh yeah, 31 inches apparently is 78 centimeters, because I don't know, whatever. Men's bottom. How big is your bottom, sir? Nice one, Red. Baptiste Degas. Hi, Paul. My terrible translation is about the TV series Abott Elementary. I don't know what that is. An American sitcom very famous in the USA, which got several Golden Globes, but no one cares about it in France, even if we do have Disney+. Oh, okay. In the 5th episode of the 1st season, this is so specific, I love it, Baptiste. Where are we? A teacher explains that he's bullied by his pupils, calling him a HuffPo reading gay Pete Butty geek. Jesus Christ. It's a line about a US media, the Huffington Post. Oh, HuffPo reading. A HuffPo reading, gay Pete Butty gig, and about an openly gay political figure in the Biden government. Oh, is Pete Buttigieg his... Okay, you're a HuffPo reading gay Pete Buttigieg. Okay. Here's how the adaptator... I think we say localize... what do you call it? Localizer, translator, anyway. Managed to get the idea for the French audience. Note, this is... Subtitle is official. On valide ou pas? Okay, so in English, as the GIF says, they called me a HuffPo reading gay Pete Buttigieg. I don't know how to pronounce Buttigieg. And how do they pronounce it in French? Ils m'ont surnommé le Gabriel Attal gay qui lit Paris Match. Oh, mate, that's quite funny because I think, isn't Gabriel Attal actually gay? And that doesn't make sense. Didn't Gabriel Attal come out? Is he gay? But to be fair, they've done a really good job there. The problem is, I think it's such a specific reference to now. Like, if you watch this 10 years from now, is anyone going to remember who Gabriel Attal is? Like, 10 years ago, when François Hollande was in power, do you remember who his spokesperson was? Well, I guess he's Prime Minister now, isn't he? Is he Prime Minister now? Oh, Buttigieg is gay as well. Lol. Okay, so I'm not understanding the insult then. They called me a HuffPo reading gay Pete Buttigieg. That would be an insult if Pete Buttigieg wasn't gay. Like, they call me the HuffPo reading gay Pete... Alright, in which case, the translation is pretty good. Je valide. Apart from the fact that you might not know who Pete Buttigieg... I don't know. I mean, That is one of the best last names for somebody who's gay, is it not? Is it not? Is his actual name Buttigieg? When it initially became popular, he explained it as Pete Boot Edge Edge. It might be Boot Edge Edge. Because if it's Buttigieg, oh, that's funnier than the fucking wrong translation. Oh, yeah, Paris Match is too conservative compared to HuffPo. They should have said Libération. I know, but I mean, you bring up a good point, but also, who cares? I mean, it's just like, it's one of those references. I mean, to be fair, they've done a good job. That's better than most translators would do. I thought it was going to be completely awful. Raquel, shopping at Ton Frère. If anything... Hey there, not bad translation exactly, but a funny brand name I found while grocery shopping at Ton Frère. Cock brand coconut cream powder. Ah! Excuse me, do you sell any coconut cream powder from Cock brand, please? I'd like, that's really my preference in terms of brands for coconut cream powder. Really, Cock brand is the one that I choose. I Cock brand! And next to it, it says supreme quality. You know, anything that says supreme quality is not supreme quality. Just like where I used to live, there used to be a hotel called Hôtel Qualité. That was the name of the hotel. What does it say in French? Poudre instantanée de noix de coco. It's a shame they haven't translated that to beet. It's a coconut. That's a great one. Oh, hold on. Let me get the comment out of the way. Bang. Oh, no. Wrong button. Right, here we go. Good work, Raquel. Claire Francou. Hi, Paul. I'm currently on holiday in Algeria, where the English is becoming more and more popular. 1, 2, 3. Viva l'Algérie! That's why they're good at English, because they've got English in their national anthem. This is not terrible translation as such, more a poor choice of words. I'm told that the Arabic is just the English written phonetically, so no help from that source as to where they were going wrong. Do they know it's a fungal infection? Enjoy. Claire from Norwich, half French, love your bilingual shows. The athlete's foot. I mean, yeah, I can see where they might have got that wrong. The athlete's foot. What's athlete's foot? What is it in French? How do you say athlete's foot in French? The fungal infection when you get athlete's foot. I don't even know how that happens. Is that in a swimming pool? Une infection champignonale, fungal. Athlete's foot. I might get that, Paul, says Red Becky. Maybe. I feel like it's more related to, I don't know. How do you say athlete's foot? Go, French people, let's go, quick! Slow. Yeah, terrible translation. I mean, mycose du pied. Oh, that's boring. Rejected names for decathlon. Champignon au pied. Mycose, okay, mycose. What athlete's foot if you sweat in your socks while running the marathon? Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Got to watch out for the athlete's foot. I mean, I'm not an athlete. I'm an amateur runner. That was a good one. Zoe Journey from Ottawa. Hi, I'm a French expat in Canada. I've been following you since La Bise and had the chance to see you live in Ottawa last November. Oh, thanks for coming to the show in Ottawa, Corliss. We had such a great time at your show. Merci à toi et Rolly. Nice. Here's a local terrible translation on a sign I saw along the Ottawa River. Enjoy, Zoe. Cyclists, single file, keep right. Cycliste, un seul fichier, restez à droite. They've translated file as in a computer file, which is un fichier, as opposed to, how would you say single file in French then? À la queue leu leu, à la queue leu leu. What would the actual French translation be? Cycliste, un seul, en une seule rangée? Non, un seul, I don't know. File indienne. You racist bastards. Isn't that a song in Peter Pan as well? La fille indienne, indienne, while there are Native Americans or Indians in that film. Oh, the French are racist, just like le petit juif, the little Jew, is where you knock your elbow. The funny bone in French is called the little Jew. The telephone game is called the Arabic telephone, le téléphone arabe. Oh, man, I mean, come on. A ghostwriter is called the N-word. I mean, accidental racism or on purpose racism? I don't know. The Indian Q. Right. Viviane Arlam, donc fille de Première Nation. When you say it like that, it sounds even more racist because you know what it implies as well. Oh, fuck me, French. That's a good one. Thanks, Zoe from Ottawa. Thanks for coming to the show. Nad Lalo from Luxembourg, where people speak so many languages that their English ends up kind of weird. Costumer, being reducted by a merchant sounds like something that might happen in a game like The Witcher, no? What's going on? Cher client, cliente. Oh, this is an Indigo car park as well. Cher cliente. Après réduction chez un commerçant, validez toujours votre ticket à la caisse automatique du parking avant de reprendre votre véhicule. Merci pour votre compréhension. Dear customer, I would translate this without reading the English underneath. Dear customer, if you've had a price reduction on your ticket, like some money off because you bought something in a shop and they give you some money off the ticket, please go to the automatic tellers, like the automatic machines, to check your ticket, because otherwise, I guess you can't do it on the way out. What have they said in English? That was a fucking terrible translation of myself there. I don't have the vocabulary. Dear costumer, so somebody who likes to make costumes. Dear costumer, after reduction at a merchant, always validate your ticket at the automatic parking lot before taking your vehicle back. Thanks for your understanding. I mean, there's a lot of mistakes in there. Costumer. After reduction at a merchant, okay. Reduction. Always validate your ticket. Yeah, is validate a thing? At the automatic parking lot? No. Yeah, they needed to get... I mean, to be fair to Indigo, that is quite a hard thing. I'd have to sit there for 10 good minutes to figure out the proper wording for that. Discount. Fucking hell, thank you, Pokeraj. I was thinking about the word for 20 minutes there. Discount. There you go. Maher Ahamane. Oh, yes! He is back. Peace. Hello, Paul. Good to see you. Good to see you too, mate. Here's the latest terrible translation found online from the land of the Arabians. To give some context, Arabic language is perfect for terrible translations because of the existence of mini vowels that are transcribed like the French accent on top of the letter, just like I and E. However, it's not mandatory to write them, and Arabic speakers will rely on the context to determine the pronunciation and the meaning of the word. That's very good. So, with Google Translate, or just sending one isolated word to a translator, you can imagine the chaos that happens. So, for this one, I'll explain in the chat. Oh, he's online, is he? Okay, great. I love this way of doing it, Mahed, is you set up the joke by email, and then you send a punchline in the live chat. Right, we've got reception, restaurant, elevator, peace. Okay, reception, restaurant, elevator make total sense, right? Peace, I'm going to try and guess something. Peace. I mean, maybe it's the basement. Presumably, because it's pointing down the arrow. Reception's to the left, restaurants to the right, elevators to the right, peace is down. If only it was that easy in the Arabic world. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Go on, Maher, give us the punchline, give us the explanation. I want to hear it. He's probably writing a what do you call it? Oh, Vivian Arlam Spa. It could be spa. That could be what it is. Spa and peace makes sense, because what do you do at a spa? You relax. And what does relaxing mean? You're in peace with yourself. Library, exit, we're having some people are saying. It's the difference between solom, which is stairs, and silim, peace. Okay, so the stairs are downstairs. Okay, so it's elevator, stairs. Oh, we could have guessed that one, couldn't we? I like spa better, to be honest. Okay, so you can take the stairs, which is peace. The elevator. Good times. Good times, Matt. I had a good one. Right, next one. Have we got any more? All right, we've got a couple more. Time for a couple more. Mathieu. Hi, Paul. Hotel breakfast last week. I think they lost their English basics and not only the brioche. Cheers and bisous bye. Brioche perdu. And they've translated that into English as lost brioche. This looks like it's an Ibis hotel, my friend. Yeah, so pain perdu in French is what we call French toast in the English-speaking part of the world, because it's the bread that was lost that you can't use anymore. C'est perdu, or we've lost. Well, we haven't lost it. That's the problem. It's not been lost. It's gone by. It's the day after bread, so it's hard. It's stale. It's gone. It's out of date. That's not the word. It's perished. Perished bread, which they put in egg and it make it nice. Mathieu, it was an adagio. All right, I was close. It's still part of the Accor Hotel family, which I'm now a gold member of. Because the amount of traveling I did last year. I can tell. I know what their breakfasts look like, even though I don't go to any of them. But brioche perdu. All right. Lost brioche. Well, actually, mate. You know what I would love to do? I would love to go up to the person running the breakfast buffet at this hotel and go, excuse me. And they're like, oui, comment est-ce que je peux vous aider? Like, sorry, it says here that you've lost the brioche. Well, I found it. I found your brioche. Just to see the reaction on their face. They'd just be looking at you going, pardon? Je comprends pas. Est-ce que... la la la. It reminds me of the time where I used to work next to a Paul, a bakery, Paul, la boulangerie, maison de qualité. And for a laugh, I went in there and ordered my thing. And I was just like, you know what? I'll ask the woman if I can get a discount because my name's Paul. So at the end, I was like, excuse me, this is in France, in Paris, at the Louvre. I was like, excuse me, do you, can I get a discount by any chance because my name's Paul? And she was packing the stuff and she just looked up at me and she goes... And just carried on. No reaction, nothing. I'm like, come on. I'm sure you hear that joke every day, but how shit is your life that you just can't appreciate, you know? I should get a partnership with Paul, shouldn't I? Really? Adam, get on it. Great one, Mathieu. Bresler. Bresleur. I don't know. Right, last one of the week. Preston Stellers. What? Oh, he's just written it. Seal in French is basically fuck. Un fuck. The animal. P-H-O-Q-U-E. And pool sounds like piscine. Pissing. Une piscine. You piscine. That's why it's called a swimming pool. Did you know that? I know that's why it's called une chocolatine in the south of France instead of a pain au chocolat, because in the south of France it was the English that were like, can I have that bit of bread, the round thing? And the French were like, I don't understand what you like, and they're like, the one with the chocolate in, the bread with the chocolate in, the pain au chocolat, the bread with the chocolate in, and they were like, chocolatine, the chocolatine, okay, bah we make the chocolatine, voilà, merde. True story. It's one of those, I don't know if it's true or not. All right, terrible translations done for this week. Keep sending them in. I love these. I might actually make clips of these at some point when my editor Florian... By the way, can we please give a shout out to my editor, Florian, who doesn't have a job because I don't make my little videos anymore, but he does all the thumbnails for these podcasts. So we can give shout out to Florian, who is a new dad. He's just had a baby last week, and he is fucked. Welcome to the club, my friend. Félicitations to you, your lovely wife, and hoping that everything is good. And also, make me a fucking thumbnail for this live right now, please. I'll pay you double paternity leave, because, triple. Do you know what I mean? Because when you work normally, you get normal wages. When you work on a Sunday, it's double wages. When you work on your holidays, it's double wages. But when you work on paternity leave, triple wages. Let's go. Or half the wage, just because that's, you realize. Anyway, félicitations. I don't know if he's watching this. He probably isn't. He's probably busy being a 1-week-old dad and not sleeping. So anyway, I tell you what, let me screenshot your comments for Florian, and I'll send it to him now and be like, hey, hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Patreon, if you follow me on Patreon, I'm still here for another hour. If you enjoy watching me talk shit for an hour or listening to me on your favorite pod, you can keep going for another hour, and it gets way more intimate because there's so many less people. We've 140 people right now watching. There's usually about 20 people on the Patreon, so you get to ask the most intimate questions, and I'm open with you because I don't care. Because the Patreon people are the legends of this. And also, you get one of these extra a week, but you also get exclusive access to a whole bunch of other stuff that I've posted on there, like behind the scenes of my filming of the stand-up show, So British ou Presque, that I had. All of the previous happy hour stuff. There's millions. There's probably hundreds of hours of content that's exclusive for the Patreon lot. So come and join me on there. It's patreon.com/PaulTaylor. And I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes, the Patreon lot. Everyone else, thanks for hanging around. Thanks for being here. Monday Night Live. I'll see you again next Monday. I'm here now for the following, 17 Mondays. I've been off for last week, and in a couple of weeks before that, I was off as well. But we got to do it. This is more important than anything else that I'm doing, to be honest with you. This is me and you time, people. So thanks for being here. And I'll see you again next week. I don't know what I was thinking of there. I was thinking about what I need to send to Florian. Doesn't matter. Patreon, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Everyone else, bisous, bye.